Talk like this.
The road to Murfreesboro starts here in Hohenwald, Tennessee for the district tournament. It's that time, ladies and gentlemen, for postseason basketball run. I'm ready to go.
Best time of the year if you're a basketball fan. Tournament starts, everybody's racing 0-0. Regular season doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is the next game.
We just saw a pretty tightly contested matchup in the opening game of the evening between the East Hickman Lady Eagles and the Riverside Lady Panthers. Riverside punched their ticket to the district championship game with a 52-47 win over East Hickman. And the winner of this next matchup between your Hickman County Lady Bulldogs and the Lewis County Lady Panthers will determine who will meet Riverside for the district title. We welcome you to this audio-only presentation of high school basketball tonight. And if you know somebody who's wondering where to find us at, you can find us at the usual sources. You can find us on Facebook or YouTube. But there's one more destination we're adding for you to listen here tonight, and that is on 96.7 FM. It's always a fun treat to get to be on the radio, Ron, for anybody maybe taking a late night drive, want to keep up with the dogs.
I remember growing up listening to Mike Brown. So I like the radio.
Mike Brown, certainly a legend in Hickman County, the longtime voice of the Bulldogs. And you know, Ron, I like to think that I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for guys like Mike Brown sort of paving the way for Hickman County radio. And we're so thankful for guys like him and so many others who have made this possible. But now, Ron, these girls are not going to have a whole lot of time to warm up. They've had to sit here for quite a while and watch a game that had a bit of an overrun. Now you've got about 13 minutes or so to go to get your mind right, to get your body right, and to get warm.
Well, this is a little bit different format for these girls because normally they're the first game of the night. They've got a routine that they, start probably about an hour and a half in front of the game, and they weren't able to do that tonight. They had to kind of sit in the stands, go to the locker room, and go, 15 minutes to warm up, to find your shot. So that part of it's going to be a little different, but it's the same. It's different for both teams. The key tonight is going to be coming out, playing defense, not giving up easy shots, and knocking down shots. If we do that tonight, I expect the Lady Dogs to punch their ticket to Saturday's championship game.
And we can look over a bit of the tail of the tape, if you will, between these two teams. And Hickman County has soundly had Lewis County's number this season. They've outscored Lewis by a final score of 149-58 across two matchups. So that has been dominance from these Lady Bulldogs, not just on the defensive end, but especially on the offensive end as well. We've seen a lot of these Lady Dogs, especially over the last few games, really shine. I think first and foremost, Carly Everett. What a streak she's been on.
Well, Carly has really stepped up in these last district games. If you look at her district points per game, she's averaging about 15 to 16 points per game in the district. And when you add her to Ava Floyd, and you got Ava averaging 27 points a game in the district, Carly averaging 15 or 16, all of a sudden you're at 41 points right there, and that makes winning a whole lot easier.
And then you can look at the depth of these Hickman County Lady Bulldogs as well. Not only do they have a very stout starting five, but Coach Gordon can really feel comfortable putting whoever he needs to in there, maybe to give one of the starting five a break, or maybe he wants to give the opponent a different look. And Ron, we could go on and on about how valuable some of these Lady Dogs have been off the bench in the regular season. I know one of the young ladies that comes to mind is Tinley Davis. She has been really strong on both ends of the floor. She's been rebounding really, really well. She's been passing the ball exceptionally. She really is the definition of a team player off the bench for these Lady Bulldogs.
And a lot of times in tournament games, and we actually saw in one of our district games, you had to have those bench players come in. Before we go on to the bench, I failed to mention Zoe Chilton in district games averaging 10 points a game. So you've got three girls averaging double digits. And so, that helps everything out. When you're putting 50 points up right there, as I said before, it kind of makes coaching a little bit easier when you got 3 girls scoring 50 points.
Of course, they're looking to keep that trend going here tonight. And Ron, a player I want to talk about that we saw sort of come out of her shell a little bit as a player at the high school level, and that is freshman Rachel Puckett. We've seen her really develop this season with the limited minutes she's gotten, and I think the younger girls like her, they're going to be really valuable as the postseason gets underway.
Somewhere in the postseason, there's going to be a situation where you're going to have to play a Rachel, you're going to have to play a Tinley, you're going to have to play Josie Hassel, and I think as the season's progressed, you've watched those girls develop into pretty good players that Coach Gordon's not afraid to pull off the bench and put into a pressure-packed situation.
So the depth of Hickman County is certainly going to be a strength going forward, and it certainly has been that this season. The Hickman County Lady Bulldogs enter in tonight with a 20-5 record in the regular season, reaching that magic number 20. That's got to feel special for Coach Gordon and these young girls.
Well, Coach Gordon, as he's come in, if you watch them play, every year they've shown some progress. His first year he came in, he had some pretty good players. They had a pretty good team that year. Lost those seniors, kind of had to rebuild from scratch. And now, you know, he's put the time and he's put the effort in, not only with the high school, but you know, he's worked with the middle school programs. He's worked with the younger girls, and I really feel like you're about to see the benefit. You're about to see that hard work pay off for Hickman County girls basketball.
And not only did Hickman County have a stellar regular season record overall, they also had a stellar district record as well. They went perfect in district matchups. Now, the first time Hickman County went through those district matchups, none of the games were particularly close. Hickman County blew out all 3 of their opponents, but then when they met those opponents again, namely Riverside and East Hickman, a bit of a different story. They were able to keep things competitive. They were able to keep it close against a dominant Hickman County team. And right now, Ron, you got to throw records out the window. It's 0-0 now in the postseason.
Well, the more times you play a team, the more it benefits the team that lost those prior games, because now they have more tape. They have a deeper understanding of what didn't work well, and they're going to kind of, you know, try some tricks. They're going to have a different game plan that winning team has to adjust to. And a lot of times in tournaments, you'll see teams play totally different than the way they did in the regular season. So that's something the Lady Dogs are going to have to probably be ready for. It's not going to surprise me if Lewis County doesn't come out tonight with some kind of trick up their sleeve, or you know, maybe they're going to run a triangle and 2 on Carly and Ava. Maybe they're going to trap the ball every time Ava gets it. There's going to be some little wrinkle that the Lady Dogs are going to have to adjust to, and that Coach Gordon will have to counter punch.
I think the most fun thing about the postseason, at least for me, is who's going to be the one to step up in that big moment. You may have heard the phrase before, being a playoff riser. Who's the one that really takes that next step? And Ron, since you have the background as a player, when it comes time for postseason, is it a bit easier? Is it more difficult to step up? How does the pressure affect you as a player in that?
You know, it depends on your mentality. As a player and as a coach, you can't be afraid of the situation. There's going to be adversity in every game that you face. There's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And if you let the downs pull you down, you can never rise up. You've got to let the adversity make you rise up to the situation. You got to let the adversity make you a better player, and you can't be afraid of that moment. If you're afraid of that moment, you'll always lose.
And I would say there's very few girls on this Hickman County team that's afraid of the moment, at least to start us off in this postseason. They are riding a lot of confidence. They're playing a team who they have beat, which do you think that takes the pressure off a little bit, knowing you can beat the team on the other side?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And if we look over at the Lewis County side, and this could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. Lewis County enters in with a 4-17 record in the regular season, and they were 0-6 in district play. Now, if you're Lewis County, you do have a silver lining in the fact that you are hosting this district tournament. You've got the hometown crowd. You're playing on your own floor that you're familiar with, that you know better than anybody else, but also you know you're the underdog. And I think Lewis County, if they play into that underdog role and, maybe Hickman County gets a big head, maybe they look past this game and look on to the district championship game on Saturday, maybe Lewis County can surprise them.
Lewis County has no pressure on them. As they come into this game, there's absolutely nobody who walked into this gym who expects them to win. And what they have to do is they have to they have to realize, okay, have some faith in themselves, and maybe they're the only ones that believe they can win, but they've got to have that faith. But they just need to come out and play hard. The Lady Dogs are the ones with all the pressure on them, because if they were to lose this game, all of a sudden, you're looking at, well, what's the rest of this tournament like?
Absolutely. I mean, I would say a lot of people coming into this game here tonight and coming into this district tournament, Hickman County is the odds-on favorite to become the district champion when it's all said and done. But like we've talked about, that can come with a lot of pressure as well. And will these Lady Dogs rise to the occasion, or will they crumble? Only time will tell. And the best part about playoff basketball, you can only wait until the final buzzer sounds to determine a winner. Prior matchups don't matter. Future matchups do not matter. It's all about what you play on this given night.
Well, I've got faith in them. I think they're going to come out. I think Coach Gordon, Coach Smith, and Coach Bentley have them well prepared for this game, and I'm looking forward to watching them.
We've got just over 3 minutes to go until tip-off from Hohenwald, and it's already been a fun night so far for everybody that's traveled down. The first game that we saw, Ron, pretty entertaining between Riverside and East Hickman. It got a little chippy between both sides. You could hear the fans booing, cheering back and forth, and it was intense for most of the game, and I think it could have gone either way.
It was a fun game to watch. It was up and down, up and down. East had several chances. They just never could get over that hump. They cut it to 4, miss a couple of free throws, give up an offensive rebound. Never could really get over that hump to make it any closer than 4 points. But they played well, had a lot of chances to do so.
And Riverside also a team to watch as well. They are a very talented ball team, very well coached, a lot of good players for the Lady Panthers. And I think regardless of who wins here tonight, it's going to be a battle on Saturday against Riverside. And Ron, as I look out here across the gymnasium at Lewis County High School, these Hickman County Bulldog faithful have traveled pretty well.
They always do. One thing you can always count on is for a Hickman County crowd to come out and support their basketball teams. I remember when I was coaching and we were in the Williamson County Franklin League in AAA, playing schools like Hillwood and Hillsboro and Overton. A lot of times we'd go to those away games. We'd have 300 people there or so, and they'd have 40.
And I don't think people understand just how much a big crowd means to those players on the floor. I know for me, whenever I was playing baseball in high school, sometimes if you have an empty gym, you can sort of feel like an afterthought, like no one really cares. Why am I doing this to begin with? But when you see a gym packed, you think, these people are here for me. They're here to watch me play, and that's a part of that community building. And, I think that could certainly attribute to the morale these Lady Dogs are playing with as well, knowing that no matter where they go, home or away, they're going to have a roaring fan base behind them, cheering them on every step of the way.
It makes playing basketball a whole lot easier. Makes that unfamiliar gym a little bit more familiar when you hear voices in the crowd cheering for you.
Absolutely. I know on top of just the general fans, the parents traveling and the friends, we also see the boys basketball team of the Hickman County Bulldogs. They also traveled really well here tonight as well.
I think I've seen almost every one of them in here. They're kind of sitting in a group over on the other side as a team, getting ready for their game on Thursday.
Yep, and the Hickman County boys team, they will be also the quote-unquote main event, if you will. They'll be playing the second game, and they'll be matched up against East Hickman. So what a Thursday it's going to be. But first things first, we've got some girls basketball to watch on this Tuesday night, February 17th. We're seeing the starting lineups being introduced for both teams. First for Lewis County, it's number 2, Haley Carroll. Number 3, Lyric Inman. Number 5, Jazelyn Connor. Number 11, Jalen Baugh. And number 22, Gabby Ortiz. And those are 5 players that this Hickman County team should be very familiar with by now. And the Lady Panthers are coached tonight by Brittany Arledge. And now it's time for the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs. Starting lineup first, it's number 2, Carly Everett. Number 3, Haley Gordon. Number 20, Ava Floyd. Number 23, Bailey Kramer. And number 30, rounding it off, is Zoe Chilton. Of course, your Lady Dogs are coached by Gavin Gordon, assisted by Ben Bentley, KJ Smith, and Kinsley Spears. And what a coaching staff Coach Gordon has built around him, Ron.
Coaching, one of the things I've noticed that good coaches do is they find good assistant coaches. You know, when you've got an entire team, one person can't work with them all. So the more good assistant coaches, knowledgeable coaches that you have, the easier it makes practices, dividing out into groups, working with groups, and he's done a good job of it.
And we're about to be underway from Lewis County High School. The opening tip into the hands of Gabby Ortiz and the Lady Panthers. Lewis County tonight rocking the black uniforms with yellow lettering. Hickman County wearing all white with red lettering. Connor drives, denied in the paint. That's going to be Hickman County ball. A great defensive play by Bailey Kramer, and that's where she has really shined this year for Hickman County.
Well, coming off that East game where she had 9 blocks, she adds one right there.
And Haley Gordon lets it fly from the corner, missed it, rebounded by Inman of Lewis County. Inman up the floor. Met by Chilton, goes right, screen by Baugh. Ball now to the corner. Baugh, top of the key, pulls from 3, kicks off the back iron, rebounded by Kramer. It's knocked loose, and Zoe Chilton runs it down, pushing it down the floor. Ava Floyd off the glass, kicks out of the rim, and rebounded by Lewis. So 1 minute has elapsed in this district opener, 0-0.
2 good shots, just couldn't get them to fall.
Top of the key, it's Connor. Gives up to Carroll. Back to Connor, guarded by Everett. There's Ortiz. Haven't been able to find any lanes yet to drive. They've kept it behind the arc. Bounce pass inside Carroll, spinning away, overshoots the bucket, but an offensive board by Ortiz.
Lewis County trying to run a little shuffle cut, find somebody posting up on the block and get that shot.
Connor fires wing to wing, left wing to right wing. Now inside to Baugh. Over the outstretched arms of Bailey Kramer. And Lewis County strikes first.
And that's what Lewis County wants to do all night, is try to pound the ball inside.
Gordon gives out to Chilton. Chilton fires from deep. It's no good. Kramer tips it and runs it down. Floyd, deep 3. That one rattles out, rebounded by Inman. Top of the key. Screen set by Connor. Carroll, ball in her hand, goes right to Baugh. Baugh fires from 3, it's good. A 5-0 run for the Lady Panthers to start us off.
And Ball's been their offense right now. Post up over Kramer and then popping out and shooting the 3. I feel more comfortable if she's shooting 3s than posting up.
And Floyd tries to knock down the 2, missed it left, but a rebound and put back by Carly Everett. So Everett gets the Lady Dogs on the board, 5-2. Lewis ahead with just over 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. A turnover. Floyd down the floor to Everett. Carly steps into it, touches it in for 2.
Good trap there by Zoe Chilton, just crossing half court, got her hands on the pass, deflected it, and Ava was able to push it ahead to Carly for the layup.
Baugh's got it top of the key for Lewis County, met by Kramer. Baugh and Kramer bump a little bit, picks up her dribble, keeping her close to the sideline, gets it out to Carroll near the logo, and a whistle.
It's going to be a foul on Baugh, I think. She was pushing off on Bailey 2 or 3 times there. He didn't call it, but he kept looking at it. And then finally he got her on that 3rd time. And she's quite upset right now.
Well, we know the games between Lewis County and Hickman County, they are historically physical, and the referees know that, no doubt. Ava Floyd gives up top to Chilton. Wide open 3, and she buries it. Zoe Chilton puts the Lady Dogs in front, 7-5. 4:20 to play in the first. Lewis trying to break the press. Ortiz flying down the floor in the paint, wants to take it herself, high off the glass. Missed it off the hands of Kramer. Offensive board by Carroll. Carroll goes out to Baugh. Inman goes right. Baugh from the wing. Kramer got a hand on it, I believe. No, she didn't.
I don't think she did. She might have gotten away with the foul out there. She kind of bumped into the shooter. She needs to be a little smarter than that. I'm okay with Baugh shooting those shots right there because I think she's only going to hit 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 of those.
Quick swings from the Lady Dogs inside to Kramer. Spinning through, stepping through, tries to take it up.
Second foul right there, I think.
She tried taking it up to the rim. And it's going to result in 2 shots. That will be on Baugh.
That's big right there because really offensively, I think Baugh's the only one that could pose a consistent threat in scoring on us.
And Kramer knocks down the first free throw. Baugh will be subbing out temporarily. Taking over is number 35, Marjorie Steltz. Kramer, second free throw, rims
with the
out.
Rebound and the foul. Great job, Zoe Chilton. Saw a little crease there, was able to get inside, grab the rebound with the long left hand, and then as she went up, she was fouled.
Essentially a hug there on that foul. Pretty easy call for the official. Zoe Chilton misses the first, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but free throws are so important during any time of year, but especially now in the postseason.
One of the things you want to do in this game right here is develop a rhythm for the next game. You want to get comfortable with the gym, get comfortable with the rims.
So Carly Everett has a couple of field goals rather. A made free throw from Chilton and Kramer. Pass out. Zoe Chilton also had that 3 ball earlier in the first quarter. And Connor tried taking it all the way, but she's fouled, and that will result in free throws for Jazelyn Connor.
The thing Lady Dogs have to realize that when Connor penetrates, she's going to go right. If you'll force her back left.
Connor, her first free throw is good. Second one on the way. This one finds its home. So 9-7, Lady Dogs up. Driving mid-range attempt from Haley Gordon. Just off to the left side of the paint. She missed it well short due to some contact, and that foul will be called on Steltz. It'll be 2 shots for Haley Gordon. Already 4 team fouls on the Lady Panthers, and Haley Gordon's first free throw misses short. But any more fouls that Lewis commits going forward in this first quarter will result in free throws for the Lady Dogs in this last 3 minutes and 14 seconds. And Kramer goes up trying to pick that rebound out of the cookie jar, and she's going to be called for an over the back.
That's not really a foul right there. She reached straight up. She's taller than the girl in front of her. There was no contact.
And we've seen that happen a few times this year, not just for her, but for the boys. Tyler McKinnon as well, punished for being too tall. Inman being swarmed, gets it out to Connor to the right side. Connor in the paint, steps back, three-pointer on the way. It's good from Jaslyn Connor. Lewis County retakes the lead 10-9, under 3 minutes. Chilton tries a three ball. That one rolls out. Offensive board by Gordon. Her putback sails too strong. It's loose. It's a fight. And a jump is called. The possession arrow will favor Hickman County. It'll be Ava Floyd throwing it in from the baseline. Floats it into Chilton, out to Kramer. There's Gordon. Three ball from the left wing. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Inman. And another quick jump ball forced by Zoe Chilton.
Zoe realized Inman was holding the ball at her waist and just kind of reached around and was able to get two hands on it.
Carroll inbounds to Connor. Connor pushing it to Stelz. Stelz drives inside. Goes out back beyond the arc. Quick passes. Carroll up top. Spinning through. Pulls just in front of the free throw line. Doesn't get a favorable roll, and a rebound by Chilton. There goes Ava Floyd the other way.
Wherever Ava goes right now, there's three girls ready to guard her.
Wide open Haley Gordon in the left corner. And that kicks high off the rim, hits off the bar.
Right now, Lewis County is saying, hey, look, Ava Floyd is not going to shoot the ball. We'll let anybody else shoot on the floor. But Ava hasn't had a open look yet.
And a timeout is called on the floor by Lewis County. And Rod, so far through this first quarter of play, we've still got 1:59 left in the opening quarter. This has probably been the most sound Lewis County has looked across the three matchups.
Well, they've hit what, 2 threes, scored some points, and right now the Lady Dogs aren't hitting shots. We need Haley Gordon to see one go through, start getting hot. Carly Everett hasn't had any shots except for she got an offensive rebound and she got a layup off the fast break. The other things that the Lady Dogs need to do is they need to create some turnovers, get out and run, and make this a little more fast tempo game. We don't need it to be a half court game.
And out of the timeout, it's going to be Lewis County ball. Inman driving down the left side of the floor. Zoe Chilton going stride for stride. She goes across the way over to Connor. Connor guarded by Ava Floyd. Connor dribbles back near the volleyball line. Floyd staying with her. Dribbles right, bounce pass to Ortiz in the right corner. Top of the key, Connor pump fakes, drives, and she's fouled by Floyd. Important to note that we're seeing some new Lady Dogs on the floor. We see number 14, Josie Hassel, and number 10, Tinley Davis, subbing in for Everett and Kramer. Inman fires out to Stelz. Almost overshot her. Floyd runs it down and gets the takeaway. Ava wants to drive, and she's bumped by Stelz. That's going to be a foul called on the floor.
That was probably a good foul right there. If she waited just a little bit longer, it was going to be, should be 2 shots, though. Yeah. If she waited a little longer, she's going to foul her and possibly give up an and one.
So that being the 5th team foul, it will send Ava Floyd to the line. And she hits the first. And
Key point right here, we played 6 minutes and 32 seconds, and that's her first points of the game.
And Ava makes both of those free throws to put Hickman County up 11-10 with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Marjorie Stelz, 2 fouls, and she came in for Jalen Baugh, who also has 2 fouls. Connor, near the logo, met by Floyd. Looking for somebody.
5 seconds.
Dribbles right, lost her footing.
Oh, that's 2 fouls on Ava right there.
And a blocking
That's
foul.
big.
Ava looking over towards Coach Gordon in a bit of disbelief, I think. Lewis County's going to throw it in from the far sideline. Carly Everett preparing to check in. That pass was low, and somehow Inman stays with it, gets it out to Carroll. Carroll goes right. Pass was tipped, but didn't alter the flight path too much. Connor wants to drive on Floyd. Right there to greet her to help trap is Gordon. It's rolling, and that's Hickman County ball. A great defensive play. A nice job of crashing there by Haley Gordon.
Haley did a good job sliding over, giving good help. Ava did a good job of not picking up that third foul right there, creating a little bit of space.
And after the dead ball, Ava Floyd subbing out. Back in is Carly Everett. Davis in the corner, bounce past Everett on the cut, takes it up off the glass, and that'll be an and one. Count the bucket for Everett. That's 3 field goals she's made in this one already. So far, the leading scorer for these Lady Dogs with 6 points.
Well, the emphasis has been on Ava. So girls like Carly going to have to step up. She's got 7 now. Zoe's got 4. You know, Bailey, Zoe, and Carly and Haley are going to have to step up and score points, especially now with Ava on the floor, or on the bench with foul trouble.
Connor, top of the key. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Lady Dogs up by 4, 14-10. Connor wants to drive, lost the handle of it, and that's going to be Hickman County ball.
Good job right there, forcing her left. She wants to go right. When she goes left, she's not as effective. Lost the ball out of bounds that time.
And Everett chunks it to Haley Gordon. Had to call out to make sure she was ready for it. 10 seconds. Everett drives, pulls.
And
she knocks down another.
Good job by Carly right there. Good pump fake, drove to the middle. Ortiz tried to recover, reached across her from the left side and fouled her as she was shooting with the right hand. Lewis County has got several people with 2 fouls.
So count the bucket for Carly Everett at the line right now. Her free throw's up, and it's nothing but net. 17-10. 4 seconds left. Inman trying to make something happen on the right side. Says a prayer, and it's going to fall well short. And that brings our first quarter to a conclusion from Lewis County High School Dogs 17, Panthers 10. And Ron, so far it's been the Carly Everett show in this first quarter. What a performance a quarter of the way through.
Well, you know, I mentioned pregame that Lewis County was probably going to try to do something to shut down Ava. That last game, she came out, scored 35 points on them in 3 quarters. And the first quarter, whenever Ava got the ball, there were 3 girls guarding Ava, basically, which means someone else on the team is going to have to step up. Someone else on the team is going to have to score. Carly did a good job of that the first half, first quarter, 10 points. But Zoe also had 4 points, you know. So, you know, you got the scoring from someone else. And if you look at the total points scored, we're about on par. 17 points on a quarter that, truthfully, I feel like we didn't shoot well.
But talking about Zoe Chilton, she only attempted 2 3-pointers, but they both looked really good. She made the first one, the second one on target. Goodness, excuse me. The rim just didn't do her any favors.
Sometimes it's that way. So Lewis County's in a 3-2 zone right here, so we should be able to get some outside shots for Carly or Haley.
Everett passes left to Gordon. Rachel Puckett in the game for the first time. Everett, a deep 3. Goodness gracious, pulls up from Sonic and misses it just off to the left, and that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Lewis County ball. And Ron, I know we're used to seeing Everett attempt deep 3s, but that one might have been the farthest she's attempted. It hasn't been an end-of-quarter half-court heave.
I'd like to see her get a little closer to the line. Her percentage will go up. She's feeling hot right now, which I can't blame her.
Jalen Baugh back in the game for the Lady Panthers. She wants to drive inside. Kicks it out, open look for Inman, and she knocks down the long 2. Jalen Baugh just really good at creating that space.
She just walked.
And a walk called against Carly Everett.
Yeah.
Top of the key was just looking for a simple pass to Haley Gordon, but
Well, she tried to kind of head fake and kept moving her feet at the same time as she walked down the floor.
Lewis County trying to capitalize. Ball passes left to Carroll. Carroll wants to drive through a lane. Left-handed scoot, misses too long. Rebound and put back, bounces out, but it will send Lyric Inman to the line to shoot two. Perhaps I miscounted, Ron, but that was a lot of steps.
Yeah, it was.
The officials say it's clean. First free throw on the way, it's good. Lady Panthers trail by 4. And it's back to a one-possession game. Inman makes them both. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. 17-14, Hickman County leads. Gordon, left wing, gives up top to Puckett. Back to Gordon.
Got to get the ball on the other side of the floor. We're not reversing the ball. We're keeping it on the left side of the floor.
Zoe Chilton, corner 3, kicks off the iron. Puckett got in there to try the rebound, and Carroll's the one that knocks it out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Lady Dogs. Ava Floyd back in for Haley Gordon. Gordon passes, wide open Chilton at the free throw line. A high bounce off the rim, and it falls.
We'll take that roll. We needed it.
A lucky break for Chilton. Ortiz tries to go over Kramer, missed it. Inman steps through.
Oh,
and
wow.
Or no, it was Jaslyn Connor that stepped through, and she draws the foul. And they're going to get Bailey Kramer as the guilty party.
That's her second.
Deuce is wild here in Hohenwald. So many girls on the floor for both teams have 2 fouls already. Connor's first free throw rattles in. The second one on its way, misses short. Ball flies in to try to secure the offensive rebound, but it deflects off her hands.
Whoa!
And they're going to say Lewis County ball.
I mean, 11 hit that totally out of bounds.
And right there, Ron, ball was essentially uncontested. And they are going to change it to Hickman County ball.
I'm not sure what he's looking at right there because she was the only girl around.
It's Ava Floyd bringing up the floor. Quick pass left to Chilton. Fires a bullet inside to Kramer. Dribbles, has it knocked loose. Floyd recovers for her. Fires a bullet out to Chilton. Ball in the corner. It's back with Floyd. Ava floats to Kramer. Kramer turns. Tries to bank it off the glass. No dice. It's a scrap. And the Panthers come out with it. Rachel Puckett going down the left sideline with Carroll, and Puckett gets a foul called on her. That'll be her first tonight, the third team foul for the Lady Dogs in this second quarter. Carroll, left side, pass inside to Ortiz, bounce pass, looking out, it's loose. And a whistle was blown. They're going to get number 3 at Lyric Inman. Will be the first team foul called on the Lady Panthers for the quarter. 5:30 left in the first half. 19-15. Lady Dogs ahead by 4. Up top with Chilton. Passes right to Puckett. She dribbles. Wide open Kramer, and she goes off the glass for 2. Give the assist to Puckett. Great vision there by the freshman to see her open.
Lady Dogs have to get a stop. We've been fouling so much. They're getting free throws or open shots. We're going to a 1-3-1 zone right here.
Going wing to wing, coast to coast, back across the ball. She dribbles in, steps through, and a foul.
Third foul right there.
And right there,
Kinda
Kramer.
swiped at it.
We saw the swipe, and after it was over, she almost stuck her hands in to say, I was here the whole time.
Yeah.
But the official saw it, and ball with a chance to close the gap a little bit. She misses the first free throw off the back iron. Josie Hassel subbing in for Hickman County, replacing Bailey Kramer. Ball puts it up again, misses. Rebounded by Zoe Chilton after a tip. Chilton to Floyd. Ava wants to drive, and she takes it inside, falling away, doesn't get a roll. The putback by Everett does find its home. And Everett, right place, right time.
She has learned when Ava's going to go to that other side of the rim, see if that ball comes off to her, and it has tonight.
Lewis looking to answer back. Connor, pump fake, dribble in. Passes up top. Deep three on the way from Carroll. And again, it's a scrap underneath the bucket for the rebound. And a jump ball. This time the arrow will favor the Panthers. Inman to throw it in. Finds Carroll. Carroll gives up top to Inman. Inman dribbles inside, kicks to Ortiz at the right wing. Ortiz dribbles in, has it knocked away by Everett. Everett wants to lead Puckett, and does. One-on-one, Rachel's got two. What a finish by the freshman.
Nice pass up the floor by Everett, leading Puckett right to the right spot.
And Puckett deflects it and forces the turnover. Floyd, wide open Chilton, pinpoint pass, puts it off the glass for two more. Timeout, Lewis County. The Lady Dogs rolling over the last minute and a half, 27-15. Lady Dogs with 3:50 left in the half. So Ron, this last little stretch, this is what we're used to seeing from Hickman County.
Well, Coach Gordon made a good call. In our man-to-man, a lot of teams have just gone to penetrating right at us, trying to dribble attack us and draw fouls. And the referees tonight are calling those touch fouls. They've called 4 or 5 fouls tonight that I'm like, that's pretty good defense. So when that's happening, Coach Gordon has switched to his 1-3-1 zone. The 1-3-1 has bothered their passing lanes. You saw Rachel able to drop back into a pass right there, get her hands on it. There was another pass I think Zoe or someone got their hands on. And fortunately, these turnovers have led to points for us. We've been able to get out. We've been able to run and kind of stretch out the lead a little bit.
And thinking about how the officials have been calling this game, as we mentioned, these battles are always usually physical between these two teams. Do you think that might have impacted how the refs call this game?
You know, I'm not certain. It could have, but I know there's a lot of players with 2 fouls, and Bailey's got 3.
It's all about adjusting if you're these two teams. Out of the timeout, it's Lewis County ball. Connor, guarded by Chilton.
We have to move our feet. We have got to realize we cannot make contact with them. We have to create space and keep that space between us and the person with the ball.
And you'll never guess how many fouls Zoe has against her. It's 2.
That's
Just like
2.
almost everybody else on the floor, it seems. And that will be the 5th team foul the Lady Dogs have committed this quarter. So that'll send Jazelyn Connor to the line where she knocks down the first free throw. Second one up. That one rattles out. Looked pretty good at first. Hickman County going the other way. It's Everett. Fires to Hassel right side. Davis into Hassel. What a snag by Hassel. Kicks out to Everett. And that too rattles in. Some great team basketball by Hickman County.
Josie had the layup if she wanted it, but she passed it out, got the assist to Carly.
Looked like Hassel had glue on her hand. She just secured that ball one-handed.
Yeah,
what a play.
That's a nice catch.
29-16.
Josie with the steal.
Looking for ball inside, and it's going the other way. Davis, Everett, fires from 3. Money!
You notice she was on the line on that shot? I like that.
What a difference just a few steps can make.
Zoe's got to be smart here. She's got 2 fouls.
Ortiz bounce pass in the corner. Connor picked up her dribble, goes out to Ortiz right wing, back in the corner. Connor pump fake. Ortiz gives Carroll open look. Kicks off the back iron, rebounded by Ortiz. She puts it back up, airballs it. Ball with a save, and Zoe Chilton runs it down, or tries to.
Be a jump ball, that'll be Lady Dogs ball.
Great hustle play there, really by both teams. You saw a ball right there saving it on the baseline, then Chilton runs it down in front of the scorer's table. It just means a little bit more when it comes postseason time. 2:20 left in the first half, 32-16, Lady Dogs up front. Hassel, ball in the left corner.
It's a little Lakers-style play, going to try to get Carly a shot in the corner.
Everett, pump fake,
Carroll
dribbles.
closed out well on it.
Looks inside. Davis tries to flip it over to Hassel, just too much traffic. Deflected out of bounds, and it should stay with Hickman County. And it will. It'll be Ava Floyd throwing it in from the baseline. Floats it out to Chilton. Zoe hands to Floyd in the corner. Ava drives. Gives to Davis. Out to Hassel. Still loose. And again, Ron, a lot of these congested passes leading to some loose balls.
The only person that can't get a foul call tonight is Ava Floyd. Lewis County has been leaning on her anywhere she goes.
And Ava, typically one of the best players at drawing those fouls. Lewis back on the offensive. Ball in the corner. Carroll fires from the right side and buries a three. Floyd goes right. Floats it inside to Davis. Misses the layup. It's being tipped around. And that goes out off of Hickman County. Number 5, Aubrey Anderson subbing in for the Dogs. Josie Hassel subbing out. No, it's Zoe Chilton subbing out. A bit of a miscommunication.
Well, I think Aubrey was supposed to get Zoe, and Josie walked to the bench instead. Once she steps off, that sub is officially taking place. So Coach Gordon's going to call a timeout to be able to let that sub happen.
Clear up the confusion, and the last thing you want to do is surrender any kind of momentum by just silly stuff like that, really.
Although by rules, I don't know if Josie can go in because time has to go off the clock.
And we've got exactly 90 seconds left in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we say welcome to WNKX, this audio-only presentation of high school district tournament basketball. It's the opening round for your Hickman County Lady Bulldogs. Already the semifinals, considering it's just 4 teams. Out of the timeout, it'll be Lewis County ball, and Zoe Chilton's not on the floor, and it's Josie Hassel out there, so I think the sub was able to go through. Steltz, bounce pass, right wing. Connor looking for somebody. Bounce pass to Steltz. Tight window.
Zone now.
In that tight window, Hickman County forces yet another jump ball. So
Josie was able to get a hand over the top right there and tie that up.
Throws it in. Connor off balance. What a shot by Jaslyn Connor to get that one to fall. An acrobatic effort. Anderson, quick pass to the corner. It's Hassel. Bounce pass to Davis. Sort of a blind shot there. And that miss is too strong. Picked up by the Lady Panthers.
Turn her off. She's going to go all the way to the rim. Good job by Ava right there.
And Floyd knocks it away from Ortiz, who was trying to go all the way to the basket. And Ortiz turns around and commits a foul on Floyd.
It's only their second of the quarter. So, big thing is it's her third foul overall.
49 seconds left in the first half. Everett fires from 3. This one kicks off the rim. Hassel hustling, tries to save it, but only a black jersey there to pick up the loose ball, and it's Jaslyn Connor. Connor to Inman. Inman wants to drive on Davis, picks up her dribble. Bounce pass out top of the key to Connor. Connor wants to drive. She tries to take it herself.
A good take by Aubrey Anderson right there.
And an offensive foul.
Aubrey slid over, gave help, held her ground, took a good charge. That's a big play right there.
It's all about positioning and footwork, and Anderson, albeit a little bit inexperienced, a very wise play.
She was in the right spot right there. Good job by Aubrey.
Hassel had an open look, doesn't take it, gives left to Anderson. Everett spins through, pulls, long 2. This one kicks off.
It's going to be a foul by Aubrey. 6 seconds left. Going to give them 2 free throws.
Bit of a shove.
Took that shot a little bit quick. We've got to know how much time's right there and take the last shot of the half.
And we've seen Josie Hassel make a couple of three-pointers this season. Would have liked to see her maybe pull up right there. She had no one within 15 feet of her, probably.
She was doing the right thing there. There's 12 seconds. You don't want to take that at 12 seconds.
That'll send Lyric Inman to the line for Lewis County. And she's got the first. Inman has been stout from the free throw line so far here tonight.
I don't know if she's missed one yet.
If she has, it's only been one. And she's got another, so I guess the announcer's jinx doesn't count when it's the other team you're complimenting.
Apparently not.
3 seconds. Floyd fires. It's good to end the half. Ava Floyd knocking down the triple. Hasn't done much in the first half.
It's her first field goal.
But that's a good way. That's a good way to get started. And at the end of the first half, it's 35-23. Hickman County leads, and we've got about 10 minutes until we resume with second half action. So, since we're on 96.7 FM, Ron, I guess that means we're going to have a full-length halftime show for you here tonight. Whether it's actually talking about statistics or talking about whatever, we're going to stay with you.
Hope you got some topics.
Now, Ron, listen, I do actually. So we can see them right now at midcourt. They're bringing out this like inflatable rubber duck where fans have to pay money, get miniature rubber ducks, and you try to throw them at midcourt to try to get it in the bigger duck. Now, I was given a small rubber ducky by Chris Chilton, and I think I'm going to try to throw this thing in here. What do you think, Ronnie?
I don't think it'll be as good entertainment as we had at the last game.
Well, no one can see it either.
That's true.
I'm just going to use my voice.
So you want me to give the play-by-play of it while you throw it?
Yeah, you can play-by-play it.
So they've got the rubber duck sitting on the C at half court.
I'm waiting for them to give me the go-ahead here.
And she is talking right now. On the count of 3, they get to chuck the duck.
Chuck the duck.
1, 2, 3. The green duck is in the air. It is bouncing on the floor. It rolls. It falls within about 3 feet of the rubber duck.
Hey, that wasn't too bad if I do say so myself.
It's actually one of the closer ones.
I didn't get to warm up. I'm going to have Tommy John surgery after throwing that.
You got the wall behind you, too. You couldn't get it full of.
It was not easy. Look how determined these kids are down here in the front. They are letting it fly.
They're I think taking the wind angles and all of it. Checking out the air conditioner.
I think I saw somebody lick their finger and put it up in the air trying to see. Are we getting east to west? What's going on here?
Nobody got a duck in the duck.
A duck in the duck. Chuck the duck. Mr. Chilton's giving me a hard time over here.
Well, I mean, he paid good money for that duck.
He did. I'll give him that. Well, that passed a good 2 minutes for us here for the halftime show. But I think we can talk a little bit about what we saw in the first half. It's currently 35-23 in favor of Hickman County, and it was really a slow first quarter for these Lady Dogs, and they finally were able to get back to their rhythm in that second quarter.
Well, Lewis County has come out with a very good game plan, and their strategy has solely been Ava Floyd is not going to beat us tonight. The other girls on the team might beat us, but when Ava has the ball, there's one person on her, there's another person in between her and the goal, and there's another person that's sliding over to give help. So that Ava's got 3 girls between her and the goal. She's not going to be able to penetrate. She's not going to be able to get to the rim. Referees, when she did that early, didn't call fouls on it like they've been calling later. She might try that, because a lot of times she's good at penetrating, drawing contact, getting fouls. The referees called the way they did that second quarter, she would probably get some of those calls. But what has happened is Carly Everett has shown up. And Carly is the reason that we have a 12-point lead right now offensively, her and Zoe Chilton. Carly has 6 two-point field goals, a 3 and 2 free throws. So by my count, that's about 17 points right there of our 35. Zoe Chilton has a 3, 2 twos, and a 1. So she scored 8 points. So, where we're normally used to getting 25 points from Ava and Carly, now we're getting the 25 points from Carly and Zoe, and that's a mark of a good team right there.
And watching Carly Everett play these last few games has been an absolute treat. It really feels like we're watching a superstar in the making with young Everett. She has been scoring the ball really well. She's been all over the place on defense. She hustles on both ends of the floor. It's not just scoring where she's valuable, but that's certainly been her main emphasis these last few games. And even tonight in the first half, you said she had 17 points. That's more points than she scored in most entire games this season, barring these last few. So she's really been turning it on these last few games.
Well, this is where, I talked about earlier not being scared of the moment. And she hasn't been scared of the moment. She's stepped up. She's played basketball. She's hit shots. She's realizing that the other team's not giving Ava open shots, so she's taking advantage of those open shots.
Well, and you hear people talk about practice makes perfect, and I think Carly is absolutely an example of that hard work pays off. I mean, you're going to find not too many girls or guys that are harder working than Carly Everett. She is always in the gym honing her craft, trying to get better. And just right here, it shows. It translates over. If you work hard, the results will make themselves known.
Well, this is what those 6 o'clock mornings in the gym shooting are for. It's for moments like this.
But somebody who I'm really looking to see get more shots in the second half is Zoe Chilton. Her shot is looking really good, at least to me right now. You might have a different view on that, but I think if she gets more open looks and she starts taking those open looks, Hickman County might find that lead widening.
And that's Zoe needs a few more shots. Another person I'd like to see kind of be able to break out is Haley Gordon. Haley got 2 or 3 open shots early on, missed them, and kind of got discouraged. Kind of, you could tell by her body language that she wasn't really into it, or she was frustrated or something. So we need Haley to kind of step out, maybe get a couple of steals, some layups, see that ball go through, and get rolling.
And during the second half, I'm sure we're going to see Bailey Kramer re-enter the game, but she's had her minutes relatively numbered in that first half due to foul trouble, and that's not the first time we've seen this happen over the last two weeks or so.
Well, Bailey's got to realize that teams' game plans against her are to dribble at her, and she's got to create space, and she's got to keep her arms straight up. If she brings her arms down, referees see that, and a lot of times, even if there's not contact, a referee a lot of times is going to assume that there was contact.
Well, in those calls as well, it's hard to fault the officials too much. It's so bang, bang, you never know, so.
That's why you got to stay away from it.
It's all about preventing it before it happens.
Don't let the official have to make that call.
We've got just over 3 minutes to go until we resume with the second half of this district tournament opener. And before we resume, I want to give a very special thank you and shout out to our sponsors who have made this broadcast on WNKX possible. A very special thank you to Ascension St. Thomas, Meriwether Lewis Electric Company, Pizza Hut, the McDonald Funeral Home, Heritage Bank and Trust, and the Three Rivers Community Health Group. So if you ever see any representatives of these organizations or businesses, tell them WNKX says thank you and that you appreciate being able to keep up with your Hickman County High School Dogs because of what they're able to do for us. And Ron, looking at that list of sponsors that we have, we really are a blessed people in Hickman County with so many great local companies and businesses willing to help the radio station and in turn help these young guys and girls as well.
I've often said there's really no better place to live than Hickman County. The support for the schools, the support for your programs, the support for your fellow citizens in Hickman County is above any other place around.
And speaking of Hickman County, this game that we're watching has more stakes than beyond just trying to advance to the district tournament championship game. You also got to look ahead to the regional tournament because all 4 of these teams are guaranteed a spot in the region. This tournament, other than bragging rights, is simply for seeding purposes. And if Hickman County is able to win their game here tonight, and then the boys are able to win on Thursday, That means the Hickman County Lady Dogs and Bulldogs will both be hosting the opening game in the regional tournament at J.E. Cisco, and that is a huge advantage to have. Plus, that means we get to be back with our state-of-the-art technology.
Hosting that first round, as you said before, is huge. That home court advantage for the first round of a tournament game is gigantic. It's kind of like tonight, Lewis County is getting a little extra mojo from their crowd. They're getting a little extra energy from their crowd. And, if you can secure that home court advantage for the first round, big advantage.
And trying to look at this objectively, the previous 2 times these 2 teams have matched up, by the half, those games were relatively over and decided with. I don't like saying that, but that's the truth. But you look here at this game tonight, with some really good halftime adjustments, Lewis County's still very much in this ballgame.
Well, a lot of times you see that happen in a tournament time. As I said before, Lewis County has had 2 games to tweak their plan coming into this. So they've changed some things around. They've come up with a strategy that was very effective. If you look right now, they've scored 23 points in the first half. If I remember right, in the last game, they scored 27.
So they're already making big strides in this tournament game. And both teams now taking the floor as the buzzer will sound, indicating that we're about to begin the second half right here on WNKX via Facebook, YouTube, and 96.7 FM radio. And it will be the Lady Dogs starting us out on the offensive in the third quarter. Floyd guarded by Connor. Passes left to Davis. Davis dribbles up, hands back to Floyd. Ava to Chilton. Zoe fires from 3. It's good. What did we say, Ron? There she is, number 30.
Big shot. Now we need a couple of stops without fouling. I noticed, I'm not sure if Haley Gordon is hurt. Oh, goodness, that's Ava's 3rd right there. But Haley Gordon started the quarter on the bench. I actually don't see her on the bench right now.
So very possible that she's in the locker room right now. So the foul by Floyd was indeed her 3rd, and that's Connor at the line. The first free throw is good. These Lewis County free throw shooters looking really comfortable at the line tonight. And Connor goes 2 for 2, 38-25 your score. Dogs ahead by 13. Floyd dribbles left. Met by Connor and Inman. There's Kramer. Passes left to Chilton. Zoe goes baseline. Passes to Kramer left of the paint. And it's back out top of the key to Floyd. Ava dribbles left. Kramer, open 3. Kicks off the back rim. Rebounded by Ortiz. Narrowly avoiding Zoe Chilton on the contact. Ortiz wants to drive. She takes it herself, but it's blocked by Kramer. And Davis has it knocked out of her hands by Ortiz, so it'll stay with Hickman County. It'll be Ava Floyd up the floor, crossing the logo. Passes left to Everett. Screen by Kramer. Everett passes right to Floyd. Ava goes left, loses her footing, but then pulls up and knocks down a mid-range 2.
Nice little set right there. Ran Ava off a little double screen to get her that 15-footer. Ava's got to be smart right here. She's got to understand she can't make contact.
And it's going to be Connor up top, guarded by Chilton. Passes right to Inman. Forward inside the ball. Ball spins through traffic, blocked by Kramer, into the hands of Ava Floyd.
She just got hammered right there and no foul. Ava just can't. Nice pass by Tinley Davis right there.
And Carly Everett steps through, takes the easy left-handed layup.
Great setup by Tinley in the open floor.
And Tinley Davis tasked with guarding the ball handler, crossing the logo. It's Gabby Ortiz. Ortiz goes left, pulls up, gives out ball. Open look for 3. Kicks off, one-handed rebound by Carroll. Hands off to Inman. Inman steps through, puts it off the glass, missed. Another contested shot, a loose ball rolling to the right corner, picked up by Carroll.
Everybody's afraid to touch somebody. Afraid they're going to get their third or fourth foul right now.
Quick
that went
swing.
on. It's on both sides.
And Ortiz knocks down the three from the left corner. Nice ball movement by the Panthers. Give Ball the assist. Floyd pulls up top of the key, missed. And Davis tried to run it down, but it goes off her hands, and it will be Lewis County possession. 42-28. Hickman County leads, 5:12 left in the third. Oh, and just some miscommunication. Ball looking for Inman on the left side of the floor. Sails behind her and over her, and I don't believe she ever saw it.
Inman was walking the other way. She never expected the ball to be thrown to her by Ball.
And these are the mistakes that if you want to go deep in a tournament, you cannot afford to make. Everett goes out to Floyd. Ava jump stop. Dishes
Nice
to Chilton.
pass.
Wide open under the bucket. Give Floyd the assist. Give Chilton the bucket.
Ava said, come put three people on me. I know somebody's open under the goal, and she did a good job of delivering that dime.
That's the ball up the floor. Top of the key, met by Kramer. Hands off to Carroll. Guarded by Everett. Carroll dribbles inside, working Carly. Bounce pass into Ball. Has it ripped away by Kramer. And Ball clutching at her face. Maybe some late contact. Everett tries to take it all the way to the bucket. And it kicks off the front of the rim. No good, and there's a foul. Whistle blows on the floor. Ball still clutching at her
Zoe.
face.
That's her third.
And Stelz subbing in for Ball. Ortiz inbounds to Stelz. Now to Carroll, right side of the floor. This pass crosses midcourt. Stelz from the wing, blocked by Kramer. Swats it down like a fly, but it'll stay with the Lady Panthers. Ortiz fires, deep three. Made one earlier. This one kicks high off the rim. It was Chilton and Stelz, the first two to get their hands on it, and the officials call a jump. Rachel Puckett now subbing in for the Lady Dogs, replacing number 10, Tinley Davis. Bounce pass to Stelz by Inman. They get it out to Connor. Connor wants to drive, has a lane, jump stop, mid-range. Well contested. Doesn't even graze the rim. Rebounded by the Lady Dogs, but just like that, it's going back to Lewis County after a turnover. Three-pointer attempted by Ortiz, rebounded by Chilton. Everett fires away mid-range two, missed it. Rebounded by Inman. Inman going the other way across the logo. Everett staying right there with her, and she gives out behind her to Connor. Quick pass left, deep three. And Ortiz and Puckett there, both contending for the rebound. It'll go off the hand of Rachel Puckett. No, it'll off the hand of Ortiz, rather. It's going to be Hickman County ball. So a lot of shooters have gone cold so far over this last minute or two. Everett looking for somebody, expected a player to be in the paint. Nobody home. That's going to be a turnover. Pass left. Connor. Other than Baugh has been the one called upon to create space. Baugh tries from three up top. Missed it. Rebounded by Floyd. Ava going the other way. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Floyd bounce pass was thinking Puckett was going to back cut, I believe. Goes off the hands of a Lewis County player. Puckett went on the floor to go after the loose ball, and they called a jump. The possession arrow will favor the Lady Dogs. Kramer subbing out, Hassel back in. Floyd to throw it in from the baseline. Out to Puckett. Puckett, quick pass right to Chilton. Zoe steps back, now dribbles in. Mid-range two, gets a favorable roll.
Zoe with 7 points in this third quarter.
Of course, Zoe started this third quarter with that three-pointer and has been building off of it ever since. Connor wants to drive inside, steps through. And she gets it to go. A little do-it-yourself job by Jaslyn Connor. Pass left. Chilton, open three. There's another for Zoe Chilton. Make that a double-digit third quarter for the senior. Lady Dogs ahead by 19, 49-30, under 2 minutes to play in the third. Carroll dribbles back near the logo. Zoe staying right with her. Carroll goes left. Picks up her dribble. A little spin move, fade away. Rebounded by Floyd. Ava down the left side. In a hurry. Jump stop, falling away. Rattles out. Puckett gets in there, but it's ripped away by Connor as she secures the defensive board. Oh, and Connor
almost
lost it for a moment or two, but she stays with it.
Got to force her left.
Ball to the corner. Inman dribbles inside. Spins through to Ball. Long two. Nothing but net for Jalen Ball. .60 seconds remain in the third. Floyd fires a bullet. Oh, and Puckett. I'm not sure if that ball was tipped. Yes, it was.
It was tipped.
It'll be Floyd, as always, throwing it in from the baseline. Floats it wide open, Zoe Chilton. She just takes her time.
Like, this was too easy right there. Zoe's shot looks really good right now.
Zoe essentially took a shoot-around rep right there. It's going the other way. With that shot by Chilton, Hickman County has eclipsed the half-century mark at 51 points. Carroll nowhere to go with it. Now Inman, right to Carroll. And look at that, Rachel Puckett jumping the pass, looking down floor to Everett, and it's deflected out of bounds by Connor. That's a couple of passes now that Rachel Puckett.
Good anticipation, recognizing that skip pass and being able to drop back and get the steal on it. Here's Zoe with the same shot, just
Another
a little further
open.
out.
This one a deep two, missed, and it went off the leg of Inman. It'll stay with the Lady Dogs. And Ron, at what point does this Lewis County team commit to trapping Zoe? I mean, she has been lethal shooting.
The game plan they practice is to stop Ava.
And Ava
she
takes
finally
it,
got a foul.
tries a little floater, misses well short, but she does draw a whistle.
Sometimes it's hard to change the game plan in the middle of the game.
And what Ava did right there, Ron, is what you were talking about, I believe, at the half, of generating those foul calls.
Yeah.
And Ava knocks down the first free throw.
Just attack the middle, get to the middle of the floor, and a lot of times she's going to hit those shots, and if they're super aggressive, they're going to foul her like that right there.
Ava has looked surefire from the free throw line tonight. Hickman County still pressuring. Lewis down the floor, fires. Inman open, right side of the paint.
That should not count if it.
And she didn't get the shot off in time anyway as it misses short off the rim.
Trail official had no clue right there, though.
It was close. It was close. But at the end of the third quarter, your score, Lady Dogs 53, Lady Panthers 32. And Hickman County is 8 minutes away from a district championship appearance. And before we continue on with the start of the fourth quarter, another big thank you to our sponsors, Ascension St. Thomas, Meriwether Lewis Electric Company, Pizza Hut, McDonald Funeral Home, Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group. A very special thank you to those sponsors who have generously contributed to WNKX. They're the whole reason, on top of our wonderful viewers and supporters, why we're able to do what we're doing right now. And Ron, in this gym, Lewis County has kept the 80s hits a-rolling. They've had a lot of classic rock playing tonight.
Hey, if you want a good tournament atmosphere, just play the 80s, buddy.
I agree. I'm with you. I know I may only be 23 years old, but hey, I rock with this music too. It's good stuff.
Best music.
timeless, some would say. And we're underway with the fourth quarter from Lewis County High School in Hohenwald.
Aubrey Anderson into the game along with Tinley Davis. Bailey with
And Ball with a tough put back under the basket.
and Bailey has come out this half with her hands straight up.
One right there. I mean, she did cause a missed shot. Everett pulls from three. I believe Lewis might have got a hand on it. But
Good
Davis
hustle by Tinley Davis right there.
runs it down, and that pass is tipped. Kramer looking for Davis. And it's Inman crossing the logo, guarded by Anderson. Inman wants to drive. She takes it herself, left-handed hook, draws a whistle.
Got to keep a little bit of space, move your feet. If they make contact, they're probably going to call the foul. One thing we don't want right now is them scoring points with the clock stopped.
And that's definitely the key for the Lady Panthers in getting back in this one, especially since they've looked really, really good from the free throw line tonight.
Yep. I want to say they're shooting probably in the 90s.
Inman made the first.
Hey, the jinx finally worked.
Finally. A second one by Inman kicks off the back iron, rebounded by the Lady Dogs. Davis pass. Anderson tries from three. Kramer offensive board, tries for a putback, and she's fouled.
That's 4 or 5 on Ball. I'm not sure. I feel like it's got to be at least 4.
She's definitely approaching the danger zone either way. Not sure who they called on that one. It's only her third.
Only 3? Well, okay.
And Ball was playing with limited minutes in that first half where she was really racking them up.
She picked up 2 early. I thought she had picked up another one.
Ball's been playing really disciplined, and Kramer knocks down the first free throw. The second one misses short and rebounded by Ball. Ball wants to drive. She lost it.
Good strip by Everett, and Everett threw it straight to Lewis County.
And Ball's wide open under the bucket, and she's got an easy 2. Everett trying to force the issue there, looking for Ava Floyd.
Yeah, she's got to lead Ava. She threw it straight to her, and the defender was there. If she leads her out like she did Rachel earlier.
Tinley Davis tried for 3. Missed it just off. Not too often we see Davis pull from 3, but when you're that open, why not at least try?
They are leaving her open. They're leaving several people open in order to chase Ava around.
It's going to be Ortiz at the logo. Gives right to Ball. Steps up to the right wing. Kramer there to meet her. Picks up her dribble. Passes right to the corner. It's Carroll. Guarded by Everett. 2. Guarding 2. Quick swing. Ball to Ortiz. Ortiz up top. Picks up. Bounce pass. Right elbow. Inman. Dribbles in. Tries to pull up and is blocked by Zoe Chilton. Bit of an awkward look there. And it's Zoe going the other way down the left side. On top of the key, gives right to Davis. Floyd, right elbow, dribbles in, takes it herself, and 1. Count the bucket.
Nice strong move right there. She had contact all the way through, but she swept through, was able to get her feet under, make a good solid move with the shot off the glass.
And I believe that puts Floyd in the double digits. Lyric Inman subbing out, Marjorie Stelz in for the Lady Panthers.
That may have been her 5th foul.
It very well could be. Waiting for that to update. And that was the 5th foul on Inman. So her night is over with 5:35 left in the 4th. 57-37, Dogs ahead. Ava Floyd was capped off for their 12th point at the free throw line. Davis almost forcing a turnover. Ortiz got it back, drives through. Nice little floater. Falls. An 18-point game. Lady Dogs in firm control. Davis top of the key. Passes left to Chilton. Chilton picks up her dribble, hands to Floyd. Ava wants to drive, left side. Dribbles back all the way around. Gives out to Everett. She fires from 3. Kicks off the rim. It's loose. Davis runs it down and saves it. Gets it out to Everett. Wide open Chilton in the corner. Just missed it. Rebounded by Ortiz. Zoe's been on fire tonight. A rare miss. And Ortiz flying down the floor to the corner. It's Stelz. Missed it off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Chilton. And a timeout is called, I believe, Gabby Ortiz. A little shaken up.
I guess that was not the 5th foul on them, but
Inman's back in the game.
even though that's what the scoreboard says. Maybe we can't trust the scoreboard.
I'm not sure. But Hope Ortiz is all right. She was hobbling just a little bit. Inside to Kramer. Ooh, off the hands of Kramer and into the hands of Inman. Down the right side, Everett hanging with her. A little too handsy, and a foul is called on Everett. And Everett's played a lot of minutes in this game, and that's only her first foul tonight. Gives out Carroll, open three, and she buries it.
15-point game right now. Lady Dogs need to execute offensively. We've gone about 5 possessions with no points.
Floyd wants to drive, takes it herself, and gets the layup off the glass. And Hickman County pressuring, and Everett's going to pick up her second foul. And Ron, going back to that three-pointer by Haley Carroll, we know pretty recently Lewis County had one of their best offensive performances against Riverside, where they put up 66 points. And part of that was Carroll being on fire from the three-point line. So somebody to watch out for going forward in this postseason.
Lewis County is playing much better basketball tonight than I saw in the first 2 games.
Connor backs him to the volleyball line, now drives, stops. Wide open is Jalen Ball. That kicks off the back iron. Connor's got the rebound, tries to take it back up and missed. Contested and a jump ball. Now right there, Ava Floyd might have got away with a foul.
Well, there were several people that got away with the foul right there, and they just chose to call the jump ball.
It's a very neutral call there. Floyd gives the Kramer high post, hands back to Floyd. Ava left side, just outside the paint, pulls up for a mid-range, misses it short, and Connor secures the board. 3 minutes remain in this district semifinal matchup. Hickman 59, Lewis 42. Carroll fires away again. This one online, just didn't have the trajectory.
Gotta get more girls in there rebounding.
Connor wants to drive, rejected by Kramer, but saves it into the hands of Ball, and she gets 2, so a great hustle play. Bounce pass, Davis pulls, kicks off the back rim, rebounded by Inman. And it's looking like we're going to see a mass substitution here for the Lady Dogs.
That shot goes, he may change his mind. That's
Ball is called for the walk. She left her feet, comes back down, and now here comes the substitution. It's Anderson, Puckett, Aubrey Gordon, and Josie Hassel in for the Lady Dogs. Davis going to stay on the floor with this young core. 59-44 with 2 minutes to play. Gordon gives to Davis, out to Anderson. Now to Hassel, some quick swings. Rachel Puckett at the wing. A lot of passes. Hassel goes baseline. Open Rachel Puckett. Pump fake. It was looking for Hassel on a cut underneath the basket, but a little bit behind Josie, and it goes out of bounds. Lewis County ball.
She thought Josie was going to sit down on the block, and Josie went on out to the corner. If Josie had sat down, she'd have had a wide open layup.
Pass inside to Baugh. She jumps over Hassel, misses the shot. It's loose, and 3 bodies hit the floor. It's Anderson, Baugh, and Puckett on the ground, and a whistle Who's going to be called for the guilty party?
Ball.
It will be Ball. Yes.
I was about to say, she went through Aubrey and Rachel trying to get the ball.
That will be her fourth, but with a minute and 38 left, it's really not all that impactful. Puckett down the floor in a hurry. Top of the key. Gives to Davis. Davis to Hassel. Hassel to Davis on the cut. Left-handed scoop. No, a walk is called.
Oh, boo.
The shot is waved off.
Boo.
Thought for a second we had a Tinley Davis and one, but
she got pushed all the way down the baseline.
That is tough luck for Tinley. Still looked good, though, in my book.
That was a nice play.
Coach Gordon clearly not too happy on the sideline.
Hold on. Hold on. What the? They're subbing.
I was going to say, I don't know if you were seeing something that I wasn't. They brought back the play.
Well, I saw the one official act like it was 5 fouls. And like, well, they called the walk, not the foul. And
Carroll, high post, goes right to the paint. Off balance.
That was a walk.
Missed it. Puckett with the rebound. Tries to keep it
foul.
alive. No call. Carroll fires from three. Airballs it. Anderson has the loose ball. Immediately starts dribbling. And chaos is ensuing here.
Yeah, yeah.
One minute remains in the fourth quarter. Puckett goes left to Davis. Now Hassel. Gordon goes left to Puckett. There's Hassel, right wing. This young group of Hickman County Lady Dogs just so good at moving the ball around, passing it.
Got a 5 count, got a 5 count. Pick up. Okay, she got enough space that time.
Davis near that volleyball line, guarded.
Got the count going again.
Hands off the Puckett. 20 seconds left. And Rachel going to dribble this one near the logo. 15 seconds. Under 10 to play. And it looks like Rachel Puckett will be the one to dribble this one out. And the Hickman County Lady Bulldogs are on their way to the district championship game on Saturday. After a rocky start, it was a dominant finish for these Hickman County Lady Bulldogs. Your final score, Hickman 59, Lewis 44. And these Lady Dogs just keep on a rolling. Their 21st win on the year, their 7th district victory. And Ron, if they want to call themselves district champions, they're going to have to beat Riverside, who gave them some trouble last time they met. But it also means they're going to have to go a perfect 8-0 in district play to call themselves champions. And Coach Gordon would have it no other way.
Well, the only game that matters is the next one. And, you know, we know Riverside in the last game had a very good game plan, gave us all that we wanted. Carly came up big, hit some shots in that fourth quarter to secure the win. And, you know, it's going to be a battle Thursday night. Going to be a good game. Two teams that play hard, play fast, going to get the ball up and down the floor. Actually, Saturday night is when they'll play. I'm thinking of the boys' game
We
Thursday.
will see a good battle on Thursday.
We will see a battle on Thursday. But that championship game is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And we cannot wait to bring that to you on WNKX. But, Ron, before we close out, let's break down a little bit of what we saw from that game and how Hickman County needs to translate this success into Saturday against Riverside. I think tonight, a player whose name we have to address and circle on the stat sheet is Carly Everett. What a night it was for that young lady.
So Carly, you know, the first half she was really, really hot. The second half they started covering a little bit. Shots didn't go as much. She had 17 in the first half, 2 points in the second half to end the night with 19 points.
So a great night for Carly Everett, spearheaded by that amazing first half, one of the best halves we've seen from a Lady Dog this year. But also, Ava Floyd finished with double digits, not as much as we're accustomed to seeing, but whenever she's covered like she was tonight, it's got to make you happy if you're a Bulldog fan to see what these other girls are able to do as well.
Well, that was Lewis County's game plan, is to make Carly, to make Zoe, to make those other girls beat them. And Hickman County did that tonight as Zoe stepped up with one of her biggest point performances of the year with 20 points.
So a 20 bomb, always impressive, never something to take lightly, especially in a game like tonight. Zoe is somebody who we're very well aware can score the ball at a very high rate and an efficient rate as well. She can shoot the three. She can get rebounds and putbacks. She can shoot those mid-range shots. She can dribble in hard. And tonight it really felt like she was putting all the pieces together, and this is Zoe Chilton when she's at her absolute best.
She played a really good game tonight. Shot looked good. This was kind of a statement by the Lady Dogs. Okay, if y'all want to guard Ava the way you are, we got some other girls who can score too.
Well, I think anybody who's been keeping up with the Lady Dogs this year could tell you, as phenomenal as Ava Floyd is, I mean, she is a Miss Basketball nominee for 2A. This hasn't been a one-woman show this year. This has been a team effort. You don't get to 20-plus wins without your unit being really solid at all levels.
No, there's 5 girls on this team that could put double digits up any given night.
And we are so proud of what these Lady Dogs have been able to accomplish this year and what they will continue to accomplish, hopefully, as the postseason continues to roll on. But they have a tough task in Riverside. They're going to be very game. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to be well coached. They got a lot of talent and some good scorers on that other side. But as far as matchups go in district play, it's 0-0. These teams have not met in the 2025-2026 district tournament yet, so all previous records got to be wiped away.
Anytime you can play for a district championship, it's a special night.
It is.
I'm not sure exactly how long it's been since Hickman County girls have played in a district championship at the high school level. That'd be some interesting research to go back and look at.
It certainly has been a little bit, and that's a testament to what Coach Gordon and these young ladies have been able to accomplish this year. It's been an historic season for Hickman County Lady Dog basketball, and they're not done yet. They're looking to keep the good times rolling, and we're going to be right there with you every step of the way. We're going to be right back here on WNKX on Saturday for the girls' championship. But first, we've got a Thursday game with the boys, and you're not going to want to miss that one either. It's going to be a 7:15 start time is what the bracket says between Hickman County and East Hickman. So how about that, Ron, to start off a district tournament? You got to play your heated rival. Sounds like a pretty awesome way to get things going to me.
Well, again, it's the tournament. You got to come out and win. You can't think rivalries. You can't think emotion. You've just got to come out and you've got to do what's best for the team. We need every one of those boys to have their head in it, and we need every one of those boys to come out playing hard to win another district championship.
Absolutely. And for Thursday and Saturday, we are going to remain audio only, and we're going to be on 96.7 FM, but we're going to be available on all our normal websites as well. Catch us on Facebook and YouTube for this audio-only stream. And we'll see you on Thursday. But until then, for Ron Puckett, I've been Josh Copley, and we're going to give you one final read-off of our sponsors. One last thank you to Ascension St. Thomas, Meriwether Lewis Electric Company, Pizza Hut, McDonald Funeral Home, Heritage Bank and Trust, Three Rivers Community Health Group. You mean a lot to us, and we say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But until Thursday, for Ron Puckett, I've been Josh Copley, saying so long from Lewis County.